paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alongside me, Alex Nafusi.
I like what Verlander said. Good vibes.
Yeah, I love that good vibe stuff. Good morning, all you out there. Beautiful day out there. Not quite. It's beautiful somewhere, but it's going to be a little bit nicer later. And there's Nicole Moscow from Remax Classic in Milford. Now, Nicole, you're a real estate agent, and you must have good weather on the weekends because this is when you get people in the car, right?
Absolutely. And this is when we do open houses as well. So we're doing an open house today in Livonia at 20009 Mayfield. So come check that out at 3 o'clock. Hopefully the weather will be nice sunny. We'll have some refreshments, some hors d'oeuvres.
That's always fun.
I'm looking at the weather. It's not looking good for you, buddy.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, we're going to take...
Let's change it, Alex. Let's change it. Good vibes. Good vibes.
Not looking good, partner.
JV, yeah, get the good vibe thing. Definitely going to be taking all your phone calls. 248-539-9797. We are brought to you by our sponsor, Capital Mortgage Funding, at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Give us a call, 1-800-569-7283. You're going to save a ton of money and get that approval letter in your hand. And, of course, if you haven't refinanced yet, well, definitely take a look at it. Yeah, it's not the greatest day out there to maybe have an open house, but still, many home buyers out there still looking for those great opportunities. Nicole, I'm just curious. I didn't even know about that specifically that house. How much is it? Tell me a little bit about it.
$489,900.
Oh, it's a big one. Okay.
It is a big one. It's 4,100 square feet, full basement, 6 bedrooms, 3 baths, 3 full baths. So, and it's on almost an acre.
Oh, fantastic.
It's actually a beautiful house. Everything's custom. Everything that they had done, they had ordered from like a company in Michigan, like the cabinets, the backsplash, everything like that.
Maybe definitely not for your first-time buyer, but maybe your next step-up buyer could definitely take a look at this one.
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Sounds great. 9:03 this morning. We're going to talk about purchasing homes as we always do, getting that real approval in hand, the whole process. Of course, refinancing comes into play in the world of mortgages when you're out there trying to save money. Alex, the Fed met the other day. To the surprise, to some, they didn't change anything. I mean, a lot of folks said even if they were going to make a move on the Fed funds rate, it was only going to possibly go up 0.25, which may not have actually affected the mortgage rates at all anyhow.
I think a lot of it's already built in from an interest rate standpoint. And, you know, when Yellen spoke, I think the market reacted to the fact that she hinted at a rate increase towards the end of the year. I mean, the Dow was down, 290 points yesterday. I mean, and I really think that this economy, right, what's keeping everything together is the housing market. I mean, the economy is still, in my opinion, is still very weak, man. China's a wreck. I mean, there's a lot of things going on right now. And I think a lot of people that are sitting on the fence still holding out, for, an eighth of a point or a quarter point lower, you're going to miss the boat. Like, I mean, right. I had a client the other day. I'm like, who's shopping here and shopping there? I'm like, dude, you've just talked yourself out of the rate that I quoted you.
Yeah, and the whole deal with the transaction is about locking in a rate and then getting it closed because locks are based on a time frame. So you don't just lock in and then it's locked in foreverville.
Which a lot of people have that misconception. They think they're just going to lock it in for 6 months and it's just going to stay like that. Yeah. And that's not how it works.
And you got to get your documents in, and you got to get it.
This is a new construction that I'm talking about. It's not closing until January.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, dude, you can quote you 1%, man. It ain't going to happen. I mean, I think, quite frankly, I'm too busy to deal with that. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Here, you called me, by the way.
Well, you're going to give them some great advice on those new constructions. Of course, you can do an extended lock and bring it through January, but who wants to gamble?
Man? If you're going to sit there and Google lowest interest rates and keep sending me, BS, things that you've screenshotted off the computer, I mean, listen,
never going to close.
Right.
I'm a more than patient person. I mean, I love my clients. I like seeing these guys, seeing people at a Tigers game or Wings game, high five and whatever. Listen, if you're that guy, go to lowest whatever dot.
Which is odd that people actually go online and they start like doing their pre-approval with a virtual person online. I mean, and you're giving them all your information and stuff. You think they'd want to be able to talk to someone that they can actually come down and see in person, someone who's
Natalie was out of town
not
last
a computer.
Night, and I was online. I wasn't Googling lowest mortgage rates.
No,
that's not what I was looking at. I promise right now, that's not what I was doing. So I mean, when you got to think like, what's your time worth when it really comes down to it?
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, and does it make a difference that I'll be at your closing and you can come to my office at 12 and Pierce?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think so.
Or you want to deal with the dude from wherever, Santa Monica, California. They never.
But a lot of the times they start right online and there's nobody there. I mean, it's just like an online application, Which who knows who they're sharing your information with as well.
Throw that in the equation also. Hey, Janet Yellen, definitely making it more of a global perspective and keeping the rates down for now. I mean, they're talking about the right time. We don't know when the right time is. Maybe at the end of the year, maybe the next meeting in October. But the good news is things stay really, really good out there. Again, mortgage rates still at 40-year lows, maybe 50-year lows. Great opportunities out there to save money. And if you haven't yet purchased a house and you're a renter, well, maybe take a look to find out if home ownership is right for you. Alex, a lot of articles always about the millennials out there. Of course, you claim not to be one because, right, you're over 34, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not a millennial. That's the ages of 25 to 34. Those folks they're still saying they're with their parents. Those plans to convert that bedroom into the old kid bedroom into the man cave might have to be put on hold a little bit longer. Some statistics came out in 2015 recently. 15.1% were still living with their parents. Things are different. I don't know. We used
Did
to
you
pick
say
on
up
this.
to 34 living with their parents?
The millennial 25 to 34-year-olds.
So I have no hope of-
15.1%.
Well, it's just it's just
Your
too
boy's falling in that
That's
15.
right. I'm like, he's never leaving.
it's just really expensive and it's tough.
Yeah.
Especially as much
Right.
as colleges now. I mean, it's tough, man. It's tough, for
Absolutely.
kids to get off the ground. I mean,
Yep.
what
I
do you-
agree with you.
I actually wrote that down. I mean, it's a little bit tougher world out there. I mean, saving money is not as easy as it used to be. Like you said, Alex, you got the cost of tuition and all sorts of other things. I mean, the cost of gas has gone up dramatically
Right.
over the last 20 years, and sometimes the car insurance and every other intangible
Right.
that comes along with being
your
a young
utilities
adult.
when you move out. I mean, a lot of young people don't think about that if they get an apartment. Your utilities, you have your water, it's depending on where you're at.
Well, no, I was looking at that app thing you showed me
Yes.
about whatever, how much house can you afford? Mm-hmm. Those are the worst apps I've ever seen in my entire life.
This came to me last night from Realtor.com. So I was reading it and I was cracking up. I'm like, okay, so
It might be good for conversation.
it's based
Wait a
on the
minute.
major you obtain.
That's absurd. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It's
Explain what it is. What was that?
Okay.
Well, here, I'll look at it right now. It's how much house can you afford? I mean, quite frankly, how the hell do you know how much house I can afford? What if I have 9 kids? There's not a spot that says how many kids that you have.
That's right. It does
Okay.
not. And that definitely factors into it.
What if what
about your
what if I
student
take
loans?
5 well they factor that into it. They
Okay.
should.
I
But you know
think
what the
so.
thing is actually they don't even put it doesn't ask
It doesn't say
even ask
anything.
for a monthly debt. It asks for how much money you make and then it automatically spits out how much house you can afford.
Right.
That's absurd. That's just ridiculous.
That was a newsletter I got last night.
I sit down with my first time home buyers and I generally try to work backwards, which I know kind of sounds goofy, but I see, what do you want the payment to be? And let's back into it from there. I mean, don't see,
What are you comfortable
Well,
with?
yeah, like when you say how much house can you afford? I don't know, dude. How much house can you afford?
Wrapping up that conversation,
Yeah.
part of the millennials and
We're not
first-time
leaving
home
you off,
buyers.
Harvey. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're
I mean,
fine.
it's
But
going. I mean,
maybe that generation is smarter.
Alex and I.
Maybe the generation's a little smarter.
You look
Maybe
nice.
maybe the generation is more cautious about that decision to make home ownership their lifestyle. I mean, it's a big decision out there. And again, whether you're married or not married, I mean, all these things come into play. And purchasing a house just isn't for something you just wake up one morning and say, hey, I'm going to do this. Again, budgeting yourself, being able to save for
Right.
future home repairs. We talk about the utilities and all these miscellaneous things that come up as a young adult. Put a great plan together, get more professional people, get more opinions out there if you want that
Right.
make sense, and sort of put that plan together. We often talk about purchasing a house and sometimes make it seem a little bit easier than it should be. Again, the decision is the hard part, making sure that you're ready to have that plan together. That's really the key. 248-539-9797. We want to hear from you all morning long here. And again, we have folks at Capital Mortgage. If you need that approval letter, definitely give us a call at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. And Nicole, we want to congratulate you. We said we were going to sneak it in there. Congratulations on your wedding. I was there a couple weeks ago.
I wasn't
Thank
invited.
you.
You were invited 100 times.
I was not
Yes,
invited.
you were. He was.
Was it
Don't
an
listen
Evite?
to him.
Maybe,
No, it was
spam folder?
me telling you. Come to
Gave you a
this
hug and
address.
told you to come.
Yes,
Because that's how people
absolutely.
do weddings now. They just say randomly, hey, stop by.
That's how I do mine.
Basically our invitation. Yeah, I think that's what
I'm a
Nicole's
busy
invitation
lady. I
said.
don't have time to write out invitations.
A little shout out there to the renters. Why? I mean, right, folks, rents have been up. We had Dan Dubinsky again last week reiterating. Of course, he's an expert in the Royal Oak area and what's going on. Families bought up homes. Investors bought up home. Alex, you even picked up one. Things were low. 2007, the housing market crashes. Smart people, what do? That was their opportunity. Again, it's always the opposite. When the stock market's sinking, you don't sell your stock, it's sinking.
Right.
So it's always the opposite. And a lot of families took advantage, or individuals took advantage of buying these rental homes, and it's fantastic. The problem is, if you're a renter, rents are too high, and you got to become a homeowner. We're going to come back and show you all about that, what it takes to become a homeowner. We'll be right back.
business travelers, check out Flint's Bishop Airport. Easy access off of I-75 and I-69. Free Wi-Fi and business center, close affordable parking, and great jet service around the world, including non-stops to Chicago. Book now from Flint, the smart way to fly.
Bell Tire is the only place to go for the lowest tire price period on the biggest selection of brand name tires, in stock and ready for immediate installation. And right now at Bell Tire, you'll not only get the lowest tire price period, you'll receive a $70 prepaid reward card when you purchase any set of 4 Michelin passenger or light truck tires after rebate submission. Plus, at Bell Tire, you get an installation package that includes services others can't offer at any price, like free lifetime alignment checks to help your tires last longer, free lifetime tire rotations, free lifetime flat repairs, and more. So if you're looking for the biggest selection, the lowest tire price period, and a $70 mail-in rebate when you purchase any 4 new Michelin tires, there's only one place to go. It's not your usual tire shopping experience. It's Bell Tire, the lowest tire price period. Now through September 27, 2015. See Michelin rebate redemption form at Bell Tire for complete offer details. Void where prohibited.
You've been hearing now that home prices here in Southeast Michigan are on the rise. And you're probably thinking it might make sense to wait to list your property. Don't. Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. Also on the rise are inventory levels and interest rates. And when those two increase simultaneously, prices fall, taking money out of your pocket. But don't just take it from me.
Hi, I'm Katie Androff.
And I'm Andrew Androff. And, we had our house listed with another realtor. 10 months on the market, no offers.
And, with 2 small children, it was extremely frustrating to get ready for those showings.
But then Jeff Glover came along, and he sold our house within weeks.
And we got the price we wanted.
Homeowners who sell their homes with Jeff get an average of 98% of their asking price and sell their homes in an average of 23 days. Call Jeff Glover today at 855-JEFF-SELLS. Jeff Glover and his team have more positive reviews on Zillow than any other realtor in the state. Call Jeff at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at 855jeffsells.com. Realtor Jeff Glover. A household name. Jeff Glover is affiliated with Keller Williams Realty.
Hey, it's John Gruden. I'm here at Hooters drafting my fantasy team. Think you have what it takes to beat me in the Hooters Fantasy Football Challenge? Enter every week for a shot at your share of $300,000. That's $300,000 in cash and prizes and the shot to beat me. Get into Hooters and find out how to win on DraftKings today.
Football always goes better with fantastic food. Come check out these limited time offers on our Gridiron Grub menu.
At AAA, we believe that sometimes less is more, like a score in golf, or the number of mosquitoes at a barbecue, and especially car accidents. Well, 0 accidents would be ideal, but say you're in one. Normally, you have to make call after call to a tow company, a claims agent, a repair shop, and a rental service. Not with auto insurance through AAA, because you get accident assist free with every policy. And that means one call does it all. Yep, just one call for your tow, claim, repairs, and rental. See? Less. But not only that, you'll pay less money for your auto insurance, like an average of $408 less, which means you can afford to do a lot more. One call, less money out of your wallet. It's just another way you can expect something more with auto insurance through AAA. Call 1-800-AAA-MORE to get a quote today. Insurance underwritten by Auto Club Insurance Association, Auto Club Group Insurance Company, or Member Select Insurance Company. New customers saved an average of $408 a year. Savings were based on 2014 results provided by new customers reporting dollar differences between past carriers and insurance through AAA.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Text the ticket anytime, 24/7 at 97136. The Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge Ticket Text. Don't overpay. Get into Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge today.
Catch James Brolin and Diane Wiest in the hilarious new comedy Life in Pieces.
Thank you, sweetie.
Oh, geez, well, you're welcome. From your CBS Monday.
CBS new fall season, powered by AAA Michigan.
The National Football League. One more reason when you think of sports, you think of Detroit's #1 sports station. 97.1
Good morning. Welcome to the Heart Our core mortgage real estate business show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's 1-800-569-7283. If you want to get in touch with some of the best mortgage professionals in Southeast Michigan, that's where you call. Also, we take your calls here, 248-539-9797. We were just talking, Alex, you had that app conversation going about sort of misinformation out there. And again, it was just, Nicole, you just out of nowhere received this, just sort of an excitement information. Take a look at this app.
Well, Realtor.com, they send me weekly a newsletter. Because I'm a realtor. Right. Okay, so it makes sense,
I'm following
right?
Nicole. I'm with you.
Okay, good. I know it's early. And so basically, when I opened it, it had shown me, if you get this major, then this is the house you can afford, and that's what we were laughing
about. Does it say rocket sign? Like, what's the number? What's the number one job?
Mechanical engineering.
That's
you can afford $452.
Just straight out, that's what it says.
$450 straight up. Political science, $349.
What does that mean?
What if you work at Dairy Queen? What if you have a degree in mechanical
Dairy Queen?
Hold on, you're not following it.
Okay.
What if your major's in engineering, but you're not an engineer?
Right.
What if you're
then you're
what if you're
not
doing something
doing
else?
the $452?
Well, but that's what the app says. That's what Realtor.com says. That's what I should buy.
I agree.
What if I said
talk
I don't
about
be an
like
engineer?
home inspections?
I want to go sell.
Shouldn't Realtor.com talk about home inspections and
Realtor.com talks about the market in
just
general.
a little of everything.
Correct.
So
but I don't know where they came up with this. It's kind of like criminal justice, $259.
All right. 248-539-9797. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us what's going on. Are you out there looking at a house? Have you lost some bids on property? You can't get your offer accepted. Have you come across something that is disturbing in the industry? What do you feel the market's going? I'd like to hear from you.
If you've made multiple bids and they're not getting accepted, your realtor sucks. Because
Absolutely.
the days,
if you're going through,
the
don't say that easy though. Just come out with it.
It is what it is. I mean, it's a matter of fact. If you're going in at full price, and I'm telling you, I had a conversation with a client last week. They said, "Man, Alex, we've gone into 3 or 4 houses. We're going over asking, and we're just not getting the houses." And I talked to the agent. I said, "How are you presenting these offers?" "Oh, I'm faxing them over."
Yeah, that's great.
Okay,
people use fax.
First of all, I don't even know if our office has a fax machine.
We do.
I think it's part of the scanner. I don't even know how to use that.
Right.
But if you're not contacting the listing agent as a selling agent, you're not contacting the agent who has the house up, who did all the work to stick the sign in the ground. If you're not contacting that person and saying, "Listen, these are the Freeds. They're a young family. They're going in at the asking price. They love your house. They love the school district. They're they're
typically
good
you would
buyers."
call as soon as you're leaving the house and be like, "Hey, they're very interested. Give me an hour. Let me, I'm going to get you something over."
You build rapport. In other words, you're building as representing the buyers. You're building a rapport with the listing agent.
Because if you don't have communication with them in the beginning, how's it going to go down in the end, in the middle?
Not
when there
smooth.
is something exactly.
That makes sense.
Absolutely.
Just firing off faxes. I mean, okay.
Keep going.
No, I feel bad because it was a young couple and they're like, "Dude, we want to be," and they were looking at Royal Oak.
Are they still looking?
Yeah, well, they found a house. I got hooked up with Josh, but I mean, and Josh, he actually contacted, he went to the agent's office and like old school and said, "Hey, listen, dude, it's a young couple
driving around.
They love your house." He's like, Capital Mortgage is doing the financing, the deal's already approved. I got, the appraisal's already in. I'm all squared away. And, it was a nice deal. It worked out fine. But this couple was like, "Dude, we've been offers on like 7 houses. We're going in above asking price. And
Which
we're not
is
getting
crazy.
them."
I agree with you.
Hopefully we're going to see more and more buyers come back in the market. And again, it's our job to make sure this process is easy and smooth and we educate people along the way. Again, home ownership, little off its all-time highs of 67% back in 2006, down to 63.1% now. So again, those numbers, if you're over 60%, it sounds like a big number to me. But again, home ownership starting to become really interesting again with rents being way up there. Again, we just always stress on the fact that if you're out there renting a house, no opportunities to build any equity, no opportunity to have that ownership feeling where you put in things that you like and really make it a home.
And here's the thing with a lot of rentals, you're depending on how the lease is written, the tenant's responsible for between $100 and $300 anyways on repairs. So you're repairing a house that's not even yours.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll find that you're putting money into a home.
Absolutely.
All right,
absolutely.
Again, and some families still coming out of those tough days we had back in 2007 and prior. Again, you had short sale, you had a foreclosure, bankruptcy. You can get back in the marketplace. We've coined the phrase boomerang buyer. That means you're coming back into the marketplace. You had some trouble. Find out how easy it is really to get back in. If you've reestablished your credit and you save some money, you're going to be able to purchase a house.
And there's still a few people out there that are struggling. I'm still seeing a few short sales, of course, not as many as before, some bank owns, things like that. And that leads me to my next question, Harvey.
Yes.
Okay, so remember I called you the other night regarding the client that had the the two houses.
Okay.
One was an investment.
Right.
Because her and her husband, they had gotten married, so they both each own their own separate house. So for her, she was talking maybe bankruptcy instead of a short sale, but I don't think that's a good idea.
No, she won't be able to be on a mortgage. No, we want
I know
them to
she
rent.
won't be able to get on the mortgage. So you're thinking, put a tenant in there instead.
Yeah, always.
Why wouldn't you?
Because she's afraid of if something goes wrong with the house, like it needs a new roof, it needs new plumbing, then what? Then what? Because right now they're basically strapped to where they're at.
Right. A lot of times, and again, I'm glad you mentioned that because a lot of times, if you just put your house up on the market to rent, the people that come to rent it might be willing to even enter into a land contract.
That's what
They
I was
might love
thinking
the house
as well. But I mean, she may have the due clause on her mortgage. So
okay. How
that's
about this? How about if they rent with the idea that if they really like it, they could, come back to you and make an offer or put a plan together to offer the house
That's
in
what
the
I was
future.
With option to buy.
Yeah,
Always
that's
put
what I was
something
thinking,
together, some language together where it's really good for a seller. And the reason why is because if that buyer in there, that renter in there, really thinks they're going to own that house one day or has any interest at all, they're going to take a lot better
really
care
good
of
care
it.
of it, right?
I think
Because
that's pretty
she's
important.
upside down on that house. So that we're basically those are the options.
If you're upside down, then you need more better advice, that's for sure, because so many families, as you know, again, they walked away. They did the wrong thing. They ruined their credit. Had they just hung on, Alex, as you see, values are gangbusters. And again, just talking to my cousin in Berkeley the other day, Eric, if you're listening, definitely go check out his store, Toyology. I mean, he loves it. He bought a house 2 years ago in Berkeley, Alex, not too far from you. The house has gone up in value. I'm going to say 25% or more.
Easily.
Just in a short 2-year period. So again, it's not to say that if you buy something, it's definitely going to go up in value. But
straight away or anything like that. But
Does timing
Berkeley, they're same thing with Royal Oak. They're doing a lot of like remodifications to the houses that are, and then they're doing the fill-in building.
Yeah.
Yep, and they're doing that in Dearborn Heights as well.
Dude, they threw up a house like about 5 blocks from me. Seriously, it was like. It was
3 months.
No, it was up in like 2 weeks, man.
Really?
Yeah, like I did the entire house. They had gutted everything and built like the whatever the dormer on the back. The whole thing looks awesome now. And I'm thinking like, man, these cats built the house in 2 weeks. It took me 3 months to do my bathroom. I'm like, wow, that's
awesome.
impressive.
Look, slower growth over the last few years has made it harder for a lot of families out there to save down payment money. But there are some down payment assistance programs available, again, for lower income families. The MSHIP program here in the state works very good. Also, there's some grant programs out there that are available that'll free up some money for you. And also the great programs that are still always available, 3% down conventional purchases, FHA loans at 3.5% down, and the rural development loans, USDA loans, at 0 down. So you don't really need any money at all. You can use seller's concessions for
VA
closing
loans.
costs and prepaids.
Yep,
Thank you for helping me. VA loans still 0 down. Anyone,
I've been helping you for 15 years, partner.
anyways.
I'm going to throw it out there, okay?
No.
It goes silent.
But part of the home, part of the home process, definitely that anxiety that's involved in it is really from the lack of education.
Right.
Get educated. Call mortgage professionals and find out what it takes. We want to hear from you. 248-539-9797. Always fun to hear from all the listeners out there, whether you're
I
buying
think
a house.
people should just call in today and give us their stories. Just give us funny stories.
We just talk about anything, right?
Absolutely. Anything.
Last week, a gentleman did call the show, and he did make some references to some of the new regulations that are coming out. And it's a good reminder out there. We don't want to confuse too many people, but there are some new regulations coming out there.
He was excited. Excited was the word he used.
Was that the loan officer?
I was excited for him, but you weren't as excited. But
What's exciting about
Okay,
that?
who was the caller? Was the caller a loan officer?
Yeah, it was a loan officer.
I heard it. I listened.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. But there are some big changes coming, and hopefully the changes will help buyers understand the process. I mean, still a little confusing out there when you start talking about APR, and the reason why is people think that's their note rate. And again, it's not, and there's some transfer tax that's still showing up on some of the documentation because in Michigan, the seller pays the transfer tax in most situations unless put on.
Unless clearly spelled out in the purchase agreement.
You can always clearly spell it out. Again, so we got that coming up on October 3rd. And again, really it's a heads up out there because now we can get an approval on a purchase now on a Monday and call up all the parties and close the loan on Tuesday. That cannot happen anymore starting October 3rd. So again, there's going to be some different things in place moving forward. So if you're out there buying a house, just be prepared that there's some changes. Could be a little bit slower process and getting you close, but still 30 to 45 days on most purchases is not out of the question if you're organized. So
right. I think 45 days is a good estimate.
Good place to start.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, it's only 9:26, and we've got tons of information to share with you. So keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
From the beginning,
Charles Danner was never satisfied. He'd work hour after hour to create the toughest work boot, only to better it the following year, rebuilding it from the ground up. Today, as we create our lightest weight work boots, we're proud to say that it's more than the Danner name that lives on. It's his determination to enhance the boot's comfort, to ensure its durability, to build the best. Visit Danner.com to see the Vicious Work Boot, our latest perfection in comfort and durability.
Nothing beats the smell of a sweet deal on a warm summer day. For a limited time, get a free 4G LTE phone or up to $100 off when you switch to Boost Mobile. Now that's a sweet deal, and we're making sure everyone knows it. I'll hit you with it again. Get a free 4G LTE phone like the Moto E, the ZTE Speed, or the LG Tribute, or up to $100 off select phones. Now go ahead, follow that sweet new deal smell down to your nearest Boost Mobile retailer for details. Offer ends 9/30/15. Available for new monthly plan activations porting from non-Sprint related carriers at participating dealers and select market for select devices. While supplies last, excludes BoostMobile.com or national retailers. Requires activation on monthly plan $35 or greater and payment of first month service. Discount applied towards purchase of phone, excludes taxes. Boost has no annual contracts. Taxes and fees may apply when adding funds to accounts. Coverage and offers not available everywhere. Offer prohibited use rules and other restrictions apply. See participating dealer for details.
Has your spouse told you that you snore so loudly you keep them awake?
Roll over or something.
Or do you feel tired even after a full night's sleep? Find out if a custom-made oral appliance is right for you. Point Dental Group for sleep apnea and snoring has technology that allows you to get the answers you're looking for. Dr. Van Welligem is a board-certified member of the Academy of Dental Sleep Medicine. He's treated hundreds of people successfully and works with the best sleep physicians in the Detroit area. He and his team are going to help you end the struggle that can affect your marriage, your productivity, and your overall health. If you have sleep apnea and are being treated with a CPAP machine or just snoring the roof off, cutting-edge help is available at Point Dental Group in Grosse Pointe Farms and Shelby Township. Call Point Dental Group at 586-803-8300, 586-803-8300, or go to pointdentalgroup.com to learn more. That's Point with an E, P-O-I-N-T-E dentalgroup.com, and start getting the rest you deserve.
Hello, Hideaway Bar in Taylor.
Is my husband Joe there? He's been gone for 3 hours.
Nope, Joe's not here. Joe, your wife called again. This burger's awesome.
Every guy needs a place to hide away. That's why there's the Hideaway Bar on Allen Road in Taylor. If you're anywhere near Allen and North Line Road, you gotta hit the Hideaway's Bikini Luncheon. Choose from a killer variety of Angus burgers, gourmet sandwiches, fresh homemade soups, and more. Served by a waitress in a bikini. What more do you need? The Hideaway Bar on Allen Road in Taylor. Visit hideawaytaylor.com.
If you have a goal to become a homeowner, don't miss the upcoming Home Lift event October 9th and 10th at Cobo Center, sponsored by Wells Fargo and local nonprofit organizations. At this free event, you can apply for $15,000 per qualified home loan from the Home Lift Down Payment Assistance Program, available for a limited time to qualified home buyers who purchase a home in the city limits of Detroit, Hamtramck, Highland Park, Livonia, or Dearborn. You can find out if you're ready to buy, learn about financing, and the responsibilities of home ownership. Don't miss this unique opportunity, October 9th and 10th, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Cobo Center. Register today at wellsfargo.com/homelift or call 866-858-2151. See you at the event. Down payment assistance amount is determined by household income. The Home Lift program is a collaborative program of Wells Fargo Bank N.A., an equal housing lender, and NeighborWorks America, an independent nonprofit organization. Although Wells Fargo is the sponsor of the Home Lift program, you may seek financing for the remaining balance of the home purchase from any qualified lender who accepts the Home Lift Down Payment Assistance program. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., all rights reserved, equal housing lender.
There are big dreams. I dreamed I was on top of a mountain. Then there's Powerball, a mountain of cash. Dream even bigger.
Saturday's Powerball jackpot is $208 million. Get your ticket today. At U.S. Auto of Sterling Heights, get tires from $13, wheels from $10, engines are $200, and transmissions are all $125. Bring your tools and save tons of cash at Macomb County's largest self-serve salvage yard. U.S. Auto of Sterling Heights, 18 and a half west of Van Dyke. USAutoSterlingHeights.com.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Lake Laser and Fob Tigers. Laser out the Royals in 12 and a Dixie Machado walk-off single 5-4. This after Justin Verlander was one pitch away from a complete game win, but was pulled in favor of Alex Wilson to a chorus of boos directed at manager Brad Ausmus. Wilson gave up a game-tying 2-run homer, but the Tigers win at 5-4 and 12. Matt Boyd tonight, 6:40 right here on 97.1 The Ticket. Michigan and Michigan State both at 12 noon kickoffs at home. Michigan against UNLV. You can hear that one at AM 950 WWJ. Rebels have lost 8 in a row and are a 5-touchdown underdog to the Maize and Blue. Number 4, Michigan State, a heavy favorite against Air Force, also a 12 noon kick. Jason Day, a 5-shot lead through 2 rounds of the BMW Championship, the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs, and professional golfer Tiger Woods announces at his website that he has undergone his second surgery on his back and will be out for the year. From the 1-800 Call Sam Studios, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 971theticket.com.
Lions, Vikings. Kickoff is tomorrow at 1 on Lions Radio. 97.1 The Ticket.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. Till 10 o'clock, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call all day long, all weekend long, at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's 1-800-569-7283. Broadcasting live here, talking about mortgages and real estate. I've got Alex Nafusi with Capital Mortgage and Nicole Moscow with Remax Classic. So we want to hear from you. We got some calls to get to. Let's check out Jason in Clinton Township. Good morning, Jason. You're live on the ticket.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's up, man?
Hey, Jason.
Just had a question. I'll be 2 years out of bankruptcy in January. I was divorced and then a bunch of debt, and then I just ended up having to file bankruptcy. And I'm a renter right now, and I'd like to buy a house, but I'm looking to move away from Clinton Township up toward, up past 26 Mile Road. You're talking about some down payment assistances. How exactly does that work?
Well, I mean, it's a grant from the state, basically. I mean, you have to qualify. There's certain areas you have to qualify. There's income limitations and all that as well.
Yeah, in your situation, are you already a homeowner now?
No, he's renting.
Right.
No, I'm a renter.
But were you a homeowner in the past?
No, I've never owned a house now.
Okay, yeah, you're going to qualify for just about any program that's out there. I think you might want to take a look at that. Jason, are you thinking about a price range of how much?
I was looking at a couple online yesterday, around $170,000.
Yeah, you're definitely going to be in the game. You're going to be able to take a look at things. Now, again, it's based on...
it's going to be FHA.
Yeah, it would be an FHA loan because of the situation with the bankruptcy. So we want to take a look at your overall picture, but we'll definitely get you started now. I think now's a great time to get started. Your October. Yeah.
Great time.
Yeah, just after that discharge date. So what we'll do is we'll follow up with you after the show and give you a list of items. At least you can put your documents together, and that's really the most important part of it. But yeah, welcome back to Home Buyer. We need you back into the marketplace, and we're just curious, what have you been paying in rent?
I pay $800 a month on rent right now.
Okay, well, you're looking definitely the home if you go 170 or in that ballpark with minimal down.
$1,200 maybe.
Yeah, maybe $1,200. Nice to write off the interest on the mortgage and the taxes. Probably at the end of the day, not too much more than what you're paying now.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, all right. Jason, I'll call you for the show. Get it taken care of for you, buddy.
All right, sounds good.
Good deal. Thank you,
All right,
sir.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
There you go. As simple as that. Welcome back to home ownership. I mean, he got a taste of renting.
He got
Probably not
divorced.
tasting it so
Nicole
good.
got married.
Hey, he wants to move north. A lot of folks.
Which my name is different.
I'm still heard about the one.
Oh, really, Nicole? You didn't even tell us
I
that.
know. I'm sorry. Is
it Paige now?
It is Paige now. And I have to completely, kind of on subject, I have to give a shout out to the DJs that did the wedding because I promised them Rockstar Weddings in Royal Oak.
Rockstar Weddings in Royal Oak? They did? Okay.
They did a fantastic job.
Right.
Okay, go back on.
Everyone gets a plug on this show.
Continue with the show.
I'm heard that's the second wedding that I didn't get the invite to. Like Perry Stevens from Allstate Tree, my buddy, the lumberjack. His daughter's getting married tonight.
Alex,
Megan didn't get the invite to that. My parents got the invite, not me.
You are always welcome.
Yeah, I know you're listening, Perry. It's on, bro.
It's funny, Alex. You're awesome wedding
Wait till I see you next.
Your previous behavior is keeping you off of some of these.
Hey, you would have totally fit in at the wedding. Come 11 o'clock, you would have been good.
I thought I was maturing. I got to a point in my life where
It
I was
wouldn't
like,
have mattered.
I had like a wedding every weekend, and then I think I'm regressing. I don't know what's going on.
Let's go to Robert out in Roseville. Good morning, Robert. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Hey, Robert.
Hey, how you doing there?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm from Roseville. I have a question. I bought a house on land contract about 4 months ago. I gave them a down payment, and my balance is like $65 left.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to do, I want to get it out of his hands. I want to finance it, But just like Jason said, I have bankruptcy, but I've been out of bankruptcy about 5 years now, and my credit is not that great. So could you give me any kind of suggestions after me trying to get this house? I'm a retired Wayne County Road person, and I'm just trying to see if I can get the house all together out of this hand.
Did you try to get a mortgage initially, Robert? And you were
no, because I always wanted to get a land contract because I know my credit was bad. So what I want to do is try to get it out of his hand. I use some of my pension money to do that.
Okay.
To get the house.
Yeah, I mean, I want to take a look at your credit and see what we can do for you. You know, I wish you would have called me prior to entering into the land contract because I might have been able to do a mortgage for you right out the gate. It's okay. That's not the end of the world. Like, you sound disappointed, but I mean, it's all. Here's the good news, Robert. On a land contract, you own the property. It's not like you're renting it. That's truly your house. It's just like having a mortgage on there. So I could work with you. I mean, if it takes me a few months to get your credit turned around, I mean, I'm happy to spend the time with you and get you on the right track.
Okay.
I mean, you're in a pretty good spot. I mean, you know how much, Robert? How much is the house worth right now, sir?
I paid. It was $96. $96,000.
And you
I paid
$65?
$27,000 down.
Okay. Nice, man. So, you got some equity there. I mean, listen, let me call after the show. We'll have a conversation. I'll run your credit, and we'll put a plan together for you.
Great call, Robert.
Oh, that'd be great.
You got it, sir. Thanks for calling, man.
All right, that's a great call. And again, thanks for the call, Robert. Again, maybe he needs to fix up some things credit-wise, whatever the situation is, but definitely take a look at it so that he's able to pay off the land contract, own the house all under his own name, and sometimes even save money. Sometimes those land contracts are a little bit higher.
Typically the land contracts have a higher interest rate.
Lots of changes coming up. We talked about some of the other ones earlier. And again, if you want to join the show, 248-539-9797. The October 1st, the rural development loans are going to increase to 2.75% upfront fee, their guaranteed fee. But what a great loan out there. For anyone out there listening, again, if you're in anything other than the Tri-County area, all the outlining counties other than the Tri-County, those are all in rural development loans. Almost any house qualifies for the program, zero down. And then also in the Tri-County area, you got to punch in the address. Northern Oakland County has areas, Western Wayne County, of course, Livingston, almost Livingston is in the rural development. So opportunities out there, folks. If you want to go zero down, a lot of young couples out there, I don't know, you might be 30 years old, just had a baby, you've been renting, you're living at mom and dad's house. Find out, zero down. Right. You can use sellers' concessions. So many great ways to purchase a house. And again, these low down payment opportunities are out there, 3%, zero down, 3.5% on the FHA. So lots of great opportunities. 248-539-9797. Alex, never want to go through a whole show without talking about the great equity that we've all obtained over the last several years. And again, not everyone has, but most of the families have these great opportunities to do these cash out refinance loans. So many I know you did your bathroom, Alex, the project that's only taken you a decade to complete.
It's done now.
But reorganizing your financial house. I mean, getting your financial house in check. Why not just make a few phone calls? Call Capital Mortgage all day long today. I mean, find out if you have goals to save some money up. We can run your numbers and show you some different things you might be able to do to save you money, put a plan together. Just homeowners now have some built-in equity. I mean, if it can improve your cash flow by consolidating your first and second mortgage, refinance just to drop the term down.
Because a lot of people have a high rate on their second mortgage.
High rates on second.
Like 10%.
Why not even just take a look at knocking some years off? A lot of times, so often we run families' figures and we're like, look, you can knock off 5 or 10 years off your mortgage and basically keep the same payment. The savings are unbelievable and it improves your cash flow.
I took an email. You mentioned about getting your financial house in order. I took an email the other day and it was basically somebody calling me out saying, you know, that you refinance these people, you know, they're 7 years into a 30-year fix and they're at 6% and re-amortizing the entire loan. So now we're making it a 37-year loan and the realized savings are not really realizing as much as we say. And I fired back. I was like, I have never told anybody to, you know, if you're 15 years into a 30-year fixed, to go back to, you know, to a 30-year fixed. I mean, the biggest thing that I push is if we save you $200 a month, keep making the payment you're making right now. I mean, pay it off. The whole point of a mortgage is to pay it back.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's not.
And then you have all that
forever.
cash free.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's certain things you have to plan down the road. I mean, you know, a lot of people at least,
retirement.
At least like with my buddies, like, you know, we have plans like, okay, by the time I'm 45, my mortgage is going to be done. I don't need it. I mean, I don't want it there. I don't need a monster house right now that I'm paying on until I'm 70 years old.
Right.
It just doesn't appeal to me.
I mean, in that way, if you have a better cash flow, if you did pay your mortgage off early, because you have to think of things like like you said, retirement, one of your children get ill, you have college funds. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, you never know. You never know what can come up. So it's better to be in a position where you're not being able to pay the mortgage, but it's actually paid off and you have that money to do what you need to.
That sounds easy and nice information here on 941 on a gorgeous Saturday morning. We say, why is it not
clearing up, Alex?
It's clearing up. There you go.
Oh, what now?
It's going to be decent enough.
Maybe I will be able to play today.
That's right.
All right, tell you what, we got Aaron on hold. We're up against a break. When we come back, we got Aaron's call. We got your calls, 248-539-9797.
The Exergen temporal scanner thermometer is so fast, accurate, and easy that it takes the hassle out of taking temperature. It is an awesome purchase. Every new parent should have one. Pick one up at your local Club Warehouse or other fine retailers today.
Here's an interesting question. Can energy be cleaner and more reliable and still stay affordable? Today, we have Ryan from DTE Energy to talk about that. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. So, tell me what you guys are doing.
Well, we do all we can to keep our energy reliable, affordable, and clean for our customers.
Oh, and how do you do that?
DT is always working to upgrade equipment to prevent outages. Plus, we're reducing air emissions to keep Michigan's air cleaner.
Is that right?
That's true. In fact, we've invested over $3.5 billion on just these kinds of upgrades.
Whoa, that's a serious commitment.
Yeah, it sure is. At the same time, we're an industry leader at keeping our own costs down, and that helps us manage energy prices to save our customers money.
You know, I really appreciate that because saving is always a good thing.
And customers can save even more by taking advantage of our energy efficiency programs, rebates, tips, and tools.
So to learn more, just go to dteenergy.com/affordability. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
If you've been waiting for football season to check out FanDuel's one-week fantasy leagues, then get ready. Because this year, we're giving you way more reasons to play. 2 billion more. Because that's how much money FanDuel's paying out this year. $2 billion. More money to more winners than any other site. How do you get your share of $2 billion? Simple. Go now to FanDuel.com for your free account. Pick your team of the week, just stay under the salary cap, and collect your winnings after Monday's game. It's that easy. No season-long commitment. You only play when you want. And get this, leagues start at just $1. That's right. We have leagues for every fan. The rookie, the expert, and the first-timers. Try FanDuel today. And this week only, FanDuel is giving you their best offer of the season. A 200% bonus on your first deposit that gets earned as you play. That's right, a 200% deposit bonus on a deposit of up to $200. This limited time offer expires this Friday. Go to FanDuel.com, click the microphone, and enter the promo code 9191. That's FanDuel.com. Promo code 9191.
For Kate and Peter, remodeling the kitchen on a budget meant thinking creatively about each step along the way. So they met with a loan specialist at First Merit Bank and got a home equity line of credit at 2.99% APR, with no closing costs or application fees, flexible payment options, and continuous access to available credit. Now, Kate and Peter are busy celebrating the kitchen of their dreams and toasting to the money they saved. For details on financing your next big expense, including credit costs and terms, call 800-41-MERIT. That's 800-41-MERIT. Or visit firstmerit.com. First Merit Bank. You first. Subject to credit approval. 2.99% is a variable annual percentage rate. Borrower must have a line of $50,000 or more with a minimum draw of $20,000 at time of closing and set up an automatic payment from a First Merit checking account to obtain this rate. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
At Jersey Mike's, we know busy lives and dinner don't always mix. But by making a sub above, we help make time for dinner time. With cold subs on warm nights and hot subs grilled for cool evenings. It's a really well-made meal, de-stressed. It's something really good, shared simply. It's a delicious dinner time in the bag. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Hundreds of boats, thousands in savings. It's the Boating and Outdoor Festival, a boat show, and so much more. Fishing boats, cruisers, sailboats, personal watercraft, pontoons, ski boats, and more. Huge late-season savings makes now the absolute best time to buy. Plus tons of family entertainment, outdoor cooking demonstrations with the comedians of Cooking Mac and the Big Cheese, water sports, craft beers, the Tiki Bar, and live music. The Boating and Outdoor Festival, sponsored by Allstate, American One Credit Union, and Huron Clinton Metro Park, September 17th through 20th at Lake St. Clair Metro Park. BoatingandOutdoorFest.com.
Tomorrow
tomorrow. Get out to Rosie O'Grady's in Ferndale from 1 to 3 and meet the 97 Won the Ticket Street Team. They'll have your chance to win a pair of tickets to see the Lions October 11th. And since you're there, you might as well watch the game. More at 97wontheticket.com. Then Monday, starting at 5:40, meet 97 Won the Ticket's Jamie and Wojo at TAP at MGM Grand Detroit for the Lions Review Show. TAP is family friendly, so bring the kids. For more, go to 97wontheticket.com.
97 Won the Ticket would like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply.
Welcome back to the show. We broadcast till 10 o'clock. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. That's right. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Give us a call all day long at 1-800-569-7283. We always take your emails to mortgage.show@lowrateonline.com. That's always a good way to get in touch with us, or simply call the office, or here in the studio, 248-539-9797. We've got a lot of calls to get to. Let's keep moving along. We've got Aaron out there in Lincoln Park. Good morning, Aaron. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, how's it going? Glad to be on. I just wanted to call and, I guess, just chat a little bit, put my feelers out there. I'm 28 years old. Wife got a baby on the way. We're living in Lincoln Park renting right now. Just came up from Utah working at Ford. Got here June 3rd.
Hey, welcome aboard,
I'm
man.
not too, yeah, thank you. I'm not too familiar with the area. But we are seeing that, yeah, housing out here is a little more affordable than it is back west in Utah.
It's more affordable here than it is in Utah? I wouldn't have thought that at all. Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Good news.
Oh, yeah. Lots more square footage. I mean, we wouldn't have a dream of getting into a home for another 5 years at least.
Oh, awesome. Well, that's good. Good to hear.
Yeah.
So what are your goals? What are you trying to do?
I guess the problem is we contacted a mortgage broker, and my credit is not where it needs to be. It's in the high fives. She's in the high sixes, so they have to go on her credit. But she doesn't have an income right now. She's staying at home, and I'm the one working, so they're not able to, I guess, account for my income because I'll be on the loan, you know.
Right.
How long is your lease?
Sorry?
How long is your lease?
Oh, till next June.
Okay, so we have some time to work with you.
Aaron,
right, yeah.
Okay.
Here's what I'm thinking, man. I'm sorry, go ahead. You go ahead and finish.
We don't have much equity right now because all the cash that's coming in is going towards fixing my credit.
That's where I was going with that. I have some great software I can run your credit through, and it'll tell us what we have to pay off or pay down on your debts and the impact it'll have on your credit scores.
What was that? I'm sorry, was that a question?
No, it's the software. I run your credit through there, and it tells us what we have to pay off or pay down on your balance on your credit card.
So maybe we can make your dollars go a little bit better to improve your credit score. It tells us exactly which account you have to address.
Right, yeah.
That'd be cool.
So, yeah, we've just been trying to go from the beginning and pay off everything that, that we can see on the credit history.
If you let Alex run you through that simulator, though, it'll tell you the different things what you need to do, so it could save you some money.
Yeah, you might be paying off things you need to pay off.
Right, okay.
But
so that's one thing.
Go ahead.
And you guys said something about a zero down loan programs or whatever.
Yeah, the rural development.
That's a rural development.
There are options through MSHDA. There's rural development loans, VA loans. I mean, you've got a bunch of options right now for minimal down. Definitely.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing, then, man. I mean, you said it yourself. Your credit's not great. I mean, it's gonna be pretty tough to get a zero down loan when your credit's not good. So I mean, it's something we're gonna have to look at. Let me call you later on, and we'll figure it out, man. We'll get you on the right track.
Yeah, Aaron, thanks for the call. I think the most important thing is definitely get that credit up. Appreciate the call. All right, we'll continue the calls here. I don't know, whoever you want. A lot of them.
What a Joe.
Hey, good morning, Joe. Welcome to the show. Go ahead, sir.
Joe, what's up, man?
This is Joe.
I know. What's up?
Me and my wife, we have a condo in Shelby Township, and we owe a little, like 107, and the last one sold for 129 in there.
Okay.
And we were looking to get a house. My question is, she's worried about not having a down payment until we sell the condo and then getting a house, and we have nowhere to go until then.
That's right.
Right.
So
That's why we would find you a house first and write the offer contingent on selling the condo.
Okay, and one more quick question. We both, for credit scores, we're both above the 750. Is it would it be better since I'm a first time home buyer to buy it maybe on my own and then add her? Would I qualify for that loan first time buyer?
It doesn't really matter. I mean, if she's got good credit, I mean, you guys should do it jointly. But God forbid something happens to you, you're going to want to make sure you guys are both on there together as a family.
Oh, okay.
But,
okay, I'm in the dark.
No worries, man. That's why we do the show. I'm happy to help you.
Well, hey, Joe. Go ahead, Joe. What are you saying?
Yeah. She's always like, we keep putting it off, and we see these nice houses we want to get, and we keep missing them. So
and condos in Shelby are going fairly quickly. So I just sold one over there, and I mean they're pretty fast.
Joe, look, it's a scary. Buying a house can be scary, and of course, when you sell yours, you're going to have fees involved. There's going to be real estate commission, transfer tax, title insurance, things of that nature. So the key is obviously to make sure that you do all your homework up front.
Right.
Find out. Obviously, you found out that they're selling for $129.
And you want all the numbers up front, so you know exactly what you're coming to the table with on your new purchase.
It might take a little bit more after he sells his place for $129. He might need to save a little bit more money. So, yeah, Joe, it's a great call, and I think you need more professional help. And we'll run some numbers for you and follow up after the show. But I'm excited for you because, like Nicole said, those are selling pretty fast.
Absolutely.
So it should sell quickly.
Okay,
Good luck, Joe.
you.
Cool. Thanks, Joe. See you, buddy.
All right, we got some calls to get to. I'll keep it moving fast. Let's go. Needs a mortgage. Charles. Hey, good morning, Charles. You're live on the ticket if you are there. Go ahead, sir.
Hi. I bought a house in 1999. I never missed a payment in 14 years. I had some trouble. First of all, I'm low income. I'm Social Security disability. I had some trouble, in December. My parents, as I say, was a mental illness, and I took quite a bit to straighten that out. They were missing for a while and such. I got behind, and now I'm the mortgage company I'm trying to work with. It's like they're trying to force me into bankruptcy. I do everything they tell me to do, and they give me wrong information.
Yeah.
I almost got foreclosed on.
Yeah.
And
you need more professional help. There's another guy who needs some a little bit more advice. Hey, quick question, Charles. Tell me this:
Yes.
Are you up to date on any of these payments? How far are you behind on the mortgage payment?
Because of my income, I haven't been able to make it. So we're talking like 9 months now.
Yeah, you're going to be in trouble there. Look, I'm sorry to say, when you got the mortgage, did you have a different circumstance when you originally started this, or did you qualify with the disability?
Yeah, I qualified with the disability.
What
changed?
Working
with me.
But what changed in the situation? In other words, in order to be approved with your income, your disability, you were approved, and now you can't afford it. Did some additional debts come up? What happened? What changed?
Well, everything was going through, and they kept having me refill the tax paper like 7 or 8 times, and they were telling me, different people that would get on the phone were telling me, "Oh, do it this way, do it that way."
Resell the tax paper? What does that mean?
The 4060T that I didn't file taxes because of low income.
The 4506T. Yeah, it's a 4506T. It's the tax transcript form. So you're not paying taxes either.
No, it's in the mortgage. I do pay taxes. It's in the mortgage.
Okay, one has nothing to do with the other. The 4506T is your federal tax return.
I don't file because I don't make that much of my
It doesn't matter. You still have to file.
Oh.
That's
well. Anyways,
I think you guys should call him after the show.
We're gonna wrap you up after the show. Thanks for the call, Charles. Let's find out a little bit more.
Just for our listeners, even if you make $10, you still got to file. I think
you do.
I think there's a limit.
There's a limit.
But I mean,
isn't it 800?
I'm not a CPA.
I'm not a CPA by any means. But if you're on Social Security, disability, pension,
you still
whatever,
have to.
You still have to file taxes.
I mean, they send you the paperwork to send them in.
Wants to build a house out in Fenton. We got John. Real quick, John. Welcome to the show. Go ahead,
John.
sir. Let's see if we got him up.
As a first-time home buyer, I've been told by a couple people that my only option to buy is to buy a pre-existing home.
Not true.
I would like to build.
Good. You can build.
Yeah, that's not true.
You can build it yourself, or you can hire a builder to build a house, and yes, you can buy whatever you like.
Okay. Well, that's good news.
Yeah.
I too am in the process of rebuilding my credit. I went through. Actually had somebody I think may use the same system you do to run my credit. Found out what I needed to pay off. I've been paying it off. I just went through a disability deal where I lost my first option of income, and I had to go into sales. So I'm in the middle of, right now I'm at about a 615. I'm trying to get to
You're there, my man. Hey, John.
By the end of the year.
John, we just ended the show with your call, and we appreciate you. We're going to follow up right after and see if we can help you get a mortgage. But we're excited for all the callers because it sounds like a lot of families are going to get into home ownership, and that's the greatest thing about moving forward and buying a house. Hey, Nicole, thanks for coming in. And for now, we're going to call you Nicole Page, the newly married. And thank you very much from RE/MAX Classics. Thanks for joining us. Want to thank all the listeners for joining us. We got Pat Caputo coming up with sports. Tons of football here on 97.1 The Weekend. For Alex Nafusi, I'm Harvey Freed. See you next Saturday.
Mike Belton has a cold. Yesterday, he hit his thumb with a hammer. And he just ate some questionable clams. Uh-oh. And yet,
I feel like $1 million.
A $1 million jackpot. It's the new $10 instant game from the Michigan Lottery, loaded with prizes, all the way up to $1 million. And with over 20 chances to win on every ticket, there are plenty of big prizes to go around. How does that make you feel, Mike?
Oh, like $1 million.
Do you feel like $1 million? Play new $1 million jackpot and put some play in your day.
Clam?
New. Hey, Club Keno players, Doubler Days are back, and so is Professional Double Talker.
Dr. Professor Irving Corey, Ph.D., D as in Doubler Days.
I think they got it.
It's a way for players to multiply by a factor of 2, or double if you will, their fun and excitement, or fun-citement, if I may, and I just did.
Let me translate. Random Club Keno tickets are printed with a doubler message. If your ticket has the message and you win, you'll double your prize up to $4 million.
I couldn't have said it better myself, which I am.
All this month, winning is twice as nice with Club Keno Doubler Days from the Michigan Lottery.
So to speak, and I should, so I will.
At Carl's Golfland, we pride ourselves on having the biggest in-stock selection of name-brand golf equipment. But every year, that same huge selection creates a situation that strikes fear into the hearts of every member of the Carl's Golfland team. Counting all that stuff is something we'd rather not face. So we're having a pre-inventory clearance sale with prices so low, we're hoping everything flies right out the door. Save on Cobra BioCell Plus drivers, worth $399, now just $149.99. And men's Adidas Gripmore golf